Hey guys, it's your girl Tammy. I got something different here for you. Hey, let's talk mental health drama, Amberlynn Reid. I came across this in my suggested as I was watching videos to put out more information for you guys, more reactions, more commentary. And I started to watch maybe a couple minutes of this, and I thought, you know what? I think my community, my subscribers, my viewers would love to listen to this because it's always good to get different perspectives. And this is somebody that suffers from mental health, depression disorder, things of that nature. And I think it's good. Also, I wanted to ask if you guys were interested. I know a lot of people out there suffer, but to me, I feel like I'm alone at times. I suffer my own mental illnesses, one being anxiety, panic disorder, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. So if you guys would be interested in me talking a little bit about that and how I struggle with it throughout, different days, and because I do still struggle, guys. And I have some very interesting tales on how I got my post-traumatic stress disorder. And no, I didn't go to war. It was close to it, but I didn't go to war. It was right on our home front. But if you guys are interested in me making a video like that, because I don't want to make a video like that and just have people go, why is she putting that out there, blah, blah, blah. But if you're interested, I'll definitely make the video. So comment in the comment section, please, and let me know. But no, I thought you guys would be really interested in this and his take on Amberlynn and his take pretty much on her community. And yes, he mentions reaction channels and commentary channels, and I guess I'm now included in that, so let's get on with that. I fast forwarded a couple minutes until he started talking about Amberlynn, so you guys didn't have to sit through the first 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm the one that adds length to these videos because I just always have so much to say.
And it came to my attention that people will watch stuff, like you can put your heart and soul into a message. You can put your heart and soul into a message. And you have somebody like Amberlynn Reid, who I have tried to watch her videos. Originally I did a video on the difference between empathy and support. And watching her videos have made me go completely bonkers.
Like all of us?
I feel like I've lost a lot of brain cells watching them.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. I don't even know where to start with it. I don't know how somebody has 130,000 subscribers plus for that many views. I mean, my channel is based on mental health.
Now.
I mean, I'm diagnosed with PTSD, ADHD, depression, anxiety. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. And I see somebody talking about their mental health on, like with her, who absolutely wants zero help, who is, like, I get the channels out there that are based around, there is psychology of Amberlynn Reid, of the way that she looks, the way that she talks, the sociopathic tendencies. I mean, I've done actually a decent amount of research into her because I've wanted to do videos on her. And at the end of each time of me actually putting together a video on her, I stop and I go, I think I'm dumber than what I was when I started this. And
join the crowd.
It's addicting in a way because it's like watching a train wreck.
Yes.
And you just can't take your eyes off of it. And you're like, how do so many people watch this? How did somebody become a full-time YouTuber that's so hated, that brings no benefit to anybody, but
and
people
makes
will watch it to
thousands
zone
a
out?
month.
I mean, it's kind of like a lot of the TV shows and stuff out there. I've never really have done commentary when it comes to other YouTubers, except for the Rewired Soul, because of the drama of what he brings to the mental health community, and something that's very dear to me.
Okay, that's just like me, and I'm sure you, that when I was first, when Amberlynn was first brought to my attention, it was I think Destiny Error. Yeah, Destiny Error. And I'm the type that when I get into a YouTuber or I think I may enjoy their content or get some benefit, I always go to the beginning of their page. So it's kind of like a TV show. Like you can't jump into, you know, like Handmaid's Tale, and you can't jump in the last season and know what's going on and understand, why is she doing that? Why are they doing this to her? And why is this going on? You can't do that. So you have to go back to the very first episode, the very first season. And it's like that with Amberlynn. So I went all the way back, and oh my God, she was meek, mild, she was sweet. She actually acted like she cared about the viewers, the subscribers. And it was like, she was giving us credit for helping her. And then the few videos I watched prior, she was just being our sarcastic, I'm just going to say it, bitch. She was like talking down to her viewers and her subscribers. And I was like dumbfounded. Like, how did she, how does a YouTuber that talks so bad to their crowd have a channel? So, like I said, I went back to the beginning to understand how she got to that point. And when I saw the beginning, I was like, oh my God. Because I have a daughter her age. And I looked at her like, oh my God, she's so sweet. Look at her. And, she seemed very smart beyond her years back then. And I honestly enjoyed her videos back then when she was with Crystal and she was working out and she was on a diet, and she actually owned up to her struggles. And when she made a mistake, when she screwed up, she told the audience. So that was my infamous fall down that goddamn rabbit hole. My name is not Alice. I am not changing it. But yes, I went down the hole, and I'm still looking for that or that little treat that says, "Eat me to survive," because I don't know if mentally I can survive her rabbit hole much longer.
And I've watched some of her videos where she starts talking about her own mental health. I mean, I can tell you this: if you're struggling out there right now,
She uses it as an excuse.
Call 911. That's the biggest one.
For everything.
If you don't have a doctor and you need to talk to a doctor, call your doctor.
She won't. Unless you can text message or email.
I mean, if you don't know what NAMI is, NAMI is a great resource out there. There's tons of resources out there for your mental health. Like, I don't even know what her channel's about. It's her eating, talking about her mental health, the makeup, making fun of her friends' weight, which doesn't make any sense to me. And it's our ability as human beings that we like to watch stuff that is train wrecks.
Yes.
That, we
Cautionary
almost, I don't know if
tales.
it makes us feel better about ourselves.
Yes. Does me.
Going, wow, you know what? My life is better than this person's. But yet this person gets so much fame and so much attention out of it. Even if it's negative attention, you become addicted to attention. And you can so wholeheartedly see how addicted to attention this woman is.
Yes.
That, she has this channel based around it. I don't find any joy in watching her mukbang and eat food.
Neither do we.
Like,
that's the problem with Amberlynn, is she has an addictive personality. I am the daughter. I have a lot of history that I'd like to share with you guys, but only if you guys really are looking for that type of content or content. My father was a severe alcoholic, and so I understand her. That's one of the reasons why I was very related, or I found her relatable to me, was the fact that I grew up with an alcoholic father, and he was abusive. And with her parents, it was an addiction to drugs, but addiction is pretty much the same. I don't even know how to explain it, but across the board, alcohol, drugs, smoking. I'm addicted to smoking. That's the addiction. And you know what? I found out through Al-Anon. If you're a child of an alcoholic, please search out Al-Anon. It's a great resource because I learned so much about my role in the family, and they pretty much describe me to a T. But I learned through there is that a child of an alcoholic or any other drug addict is going to have this addictive, I don't know if it's a gene, but you find yourself being addicted, and if you don't become addicted, you are either going to get in a relationship with another child that is either an addict or somebody that has dealt with addiction very close to them, like a parent or so on and so forth. And that's what happened. At 16, I got married and pregnant, and I married the son of another alcoholic. And it seemed like we had so much in common because of our alcoholic parents. And so we ended up finding each other and found comfort in one another. Because it was the only person I could talk to about my struggles. And you know what? They understood. And vice versa. So, I mean,
Please don't. Don't, I just saw the comment, the bipolar diagnosis. I mean, it's great. I like it when people with any kind of audience talks about their mental health and
exactly.
brings,
So they know
attention to
they're not
bipolar,
aware
brings
or
attention to
not
depression,
alone.
brings attention to so much out there that we do go through in life that it's cool to see that, but with somebody who doesn't want the help, that kind of wallows in it and is defeated, it almost wants you to like give up. And I don't understand it. I don't understand how there's these other channels that are just purely commentary channels off of hers that have 40,000 subscribers. Yet I go and I find a lot of these mental health YouTubers out there that are really great and strong messages.
I
and
have
they have
only
100,
50.
Subscribers, and they've been on YouTube for years.
I comment
and it's like, man, it's so much wasted energy
videos.
Goes into somebody who actually has an audience that, I get it, she started her channel because she wanted to do, the weight loss vlog, and that's great. And it turned into a whole completely different beast. You watch it before you, hey Vidal, how are you? Watching before motivates me. Yeah, I could definitely see how watching her would motivate somebody. I mean,
she's a cautionary tale. Nobody
I
wants
went through
to
a depressive episode
end up
recently.
that way.
I'm diagnosed MDD, which is major depressive disorder, and I was watching her videos, and they literally made me more depressed. Like, I had to stop watching her videos. Like, I'm like, this is actually like bad for my like own brain cells to be sitting here watching a video on somebody that brings no benefit at all to anyone, other than the fact that people like to watch.
I don't find that I get more depressed watching her. At times, she stirs up anger in me because of just her lack of self-care. She does not care. She doesn't care about us. She doesn't care about herself. And she's starting to show that she really doesn't care about Becky. And that's sad because I think Becky, if you look at her, she looks like that puppy that you find in the animal shelter that's just so sad and needs a family and needs to be loved. And you could see that in Becky, and it's sad. I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like Becky because I think they associate Becky with enabling Amber. And I don't think, there was plenty of times that she's mentioned in Amber's videos that about like when the binge monster comes and Amber wants this, that, or the other thing, she'll tell Amber no, like quite a few times, and they get in arguments over that. But she eventually gives in, and I think that has a lot to say about her as a person. She cares for this person. She doesn't want to see her upset. She feels probably the food is going to calm her down and make her relax. And I think that's, I also seen in Eric's videos that Becky goes to a therapist every week with Eric. And I don't understand why they don't friggin' hog tie Amberlynn and drag her with them, because she honestly is the common denominator in that house, and it's everybody in that house has got mental issues. including Amberlynn, but yet everybody else is getting help but Amberlynn. And I honestly find it cathartic to watch her because I see I see her exaggerate the same mental illnesses that I have. I see her exaggerate them or blame them for things that is not even part of that mental health. That, because she blames everything on her. Well, I'm bipolar. That's why I do what I do. I have anxiety. That's why I don't go to a doctor. No, there's a lot more to anxiety, panic disorder, so on and so forth. Oh, but you guys are not here for an hour.
And like to make fun of her, like, great, okay, I get it.
We're not making fun of her.
Energy, and it's a pity to see energy wasted like that. It's a pity to.
It's the way
we see what a channel is about, and I'm going to end up doing a video on her.
A way to be cathartic.
That just because you have bad mental health, I was just going to say that, Becky. Just because you have poor mental health doesn't mean that you can be a shitty human being.
Exactly.
Just because you're going through something up here that maybe other people don't understand doesn't mean that you can be shitty to other people.
And she
is the epitome of being a shitty human being with mental health. And the people wonder where the stigma of mental health comes from. They wonder where.
I feel so much better knowing.
Look at people with mental health as
other people see this
disease, and I don't want to catch it. It's because of people like her that are terrible human beings, and then they blame it on their mental health. Just because you struggle, I know,
and give it a bad name.
Many people out there that are amazing human beings that struggle with schizophrenia, that struggle with bipolar, that struggle with mental health. They are born, autistic. They are born,
and they're functional.
Different special needs, and all of a sudden, holy shit! Here's this person that's just a horrible fucking human being.
She uses.
I mean, my God, what the fuck do they think about? Do I feel?
I gotta pause him because I am enjoying his take on Amberlynn's mental health. But she uses her mental health as a crutch, and we all know this. And that's another shame. And like I said, that's why I don't get depressed watching her videos, because like I said, she describes her anxiety in a way that I honestly don't believe she has anxiety. She has something else, but I don't believe it's anxiety, because for me, I don't go through those things. My anxiety kind of caused me to have procrastination. My anxiety kind of caused me to, be afraid of a doctor or a dentist. But I still called, and I still knew enough from my anxiety that I'd rather get told by a doctor what I have, because that would actually calm me down. With her, it's the opposite.
Guilty about my ex-wife and father? I don't, Michelle, not at all. I'm very open about my ex-wife and my father. Both of them committed suicide. It was this month.
Oh.
My ex-wife took her life August 27th, 2015.
Wow.
My father took his life August 14th, 2017. And so I'm very, very open about that, because I found the more that you are open about it, the more that you share, the more that you're able to help other people out there, because so many people struggle and suffer silently. They don't know where to talk to. They don't know who to talk to. They talk to their doctors and they lie to their doctors.
Yes.
They talk to their family members or friends, and everybody tells you just cheer up.
Yes.
And nobody listens for the sake of listening. They listen for the sake of responding. They want to fix you. And anybody out there who is fighting through anything, you're not broken, you're not damaged, you're a wonderful, amazing human being, because you've made it through 100% of your worst days. You're fighting a battle that no one can see. The scars up here, the scars right here, no one can see those, and those are your battle scars, and there's something to be proud of. I've seen even in the chat here a little bit of a lot of people stop watching Amberlynn Reid. Like, I don't blame you. Like, it was extremely painful for me to watch it. I find her stuff extremely boring. I find 0 point to it, and I literally get done with it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm over this. I can't watch this. And it's hard when you are a YouTuber and you see other YouTubers out there that have these very successful channels in the terms of views and subscribers, and you're going, what the fuck? Like, I'm pouring my heart and soul into something, and these idiots are out there just making a mockery of it, and they're just not good human beings. And how do people find this attractive? Like, how did they do this? Like, it does.
If he's referring to us, boy, did I pause that at the right time. If he's referring to commentary and reaction channels, I think 90% of us, we do these channels as a form of healing ourselves by watching her. Because, as you all know, I mean, I'm sure that she puts out videos and you're just going, you know, hand palm, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, what the fuck? What am I watching? Why is she doing this? Blah, blah, blah. And there, you just have so much to say. And, some of us make these videos hoping she'll find it because we know how narcissistic she is. And I'm sure she Googles her name or, does a YouTube search with her name to find these channels like Zachary Michael. She's made fun of him over and over, saying, cutting his video. She doesn't edit though, but she edited his video to make it look like he was making fun of her weight, and he wasn't. And it was that whole ableist fiasco. And but 90% of us, we are doing this hoping she'll see it and see how other people are reacting to her when she puts out these videos, reacting when she does these mukbangs. And well, I think what she's learned is it irritates people, and it people want to sit there and be irritated apparently. And when I see those videos, it's very irritating, like I said, from the picture at the get-go. And it's very hard for me to react, or it's not hard because I totally tear her a new asshole, but it's hard for me to see a girl her size eat large amounts of food. Like the Morningstar chicken nugget things. I mean, she ate a whole fucking bag. And there was 3.5 servings in that bag. So she ate enough chicken nuggets for 3.5 people. Like, you are one person. Like, really? I don't know if I'm going to record this whole... Depends on how much more he talks about Amberlynn.
Doesn't make any sense. Samantha, that's awesome. I'm glad that I was able to help you out. Straight for Dr. Fedora, it's good to see you. Becky, and it's true, and I could tell already by just seeing that, like, yeah, you have watched a lot of her videos. Like, I've watched a lot of her videos too, and it's somebody that is struggling with supposedly mental health, and I'm going to give it to her because it's not our right to diagnose anybody or say that somebody has this or this or this. Even if I'm an addict, it's not my right or my place to call it another addict.
It's not Amber's right to diagnose herself either. She does a lot of self-diagnosis.
But, I mean, she doesn't do anything to better herself, but yet you get trapped in watching this and going, my God, what the fuck am I watching? Like, but I can't stop watching.
Exactly.
And it's sad. It really is sad. And my heart truly goes out to you. I mean, there is this thing of YouTube burnout. There is this thing. I mean, I've went through it. I post a lot of videos, and I put a lot of effort into my videos and into the messages and trying to help somebody. And to see somebody with zero message, a horrible human being that likes to eat food, that does nothing productive, I'm like, man, you are the epitome of the stigma of mental health. This is why people are bashed for being on SSI or looking for assistance, because you are somebody who absolutely brings no benefit into life. Like, I'm sorry. Like, let's call it what it is. If you are out there and you're struggling with bipolar, get with your doctor if it's not diagnosed. If you're worried about what you might have, if it's mental health, get with your doctor and do the tests that are needed. And it's not something that's just done overnight. Just looking to talk politics. Well, this might not be, JoJo, your best live stream. So, anybody who's out there struggling with mental illness, I understand the fight that is out there of breaking that stigma, of fighting through to erase what people like her cause. People like the Rewired Soul, they bring a bad name to the mental health community and to drama community. People like Amberlynn Reid that bring a very bad name. And I don't think people really realize it, of the bad name and the bad stigma that she brings into mental health, of thinking that everybody who is struggling with mental health is crazy, they're lazy. I mean, that's what a lot of people get really, really worried about and nervous about when they want to talk about their mental health, because when you are depressed and you are fighting anxiety, or you're fighting something else out there, whether it be BPD, whether it be schizophrenia, whether it be bipolar, whatever it might be, you can get categorized as lazy. ADHD people can get categorized as lazy, and we're not. It's that we're up here, and yet this is somebody who is obviously pretty fucking lazy. I mean, call it as it is.
Call a spade a
yeah, no, it
spade.
cares about the money, and that's what the amazing thing is. How many people care about the money when it comes to YouTube?
She
I mean,
does.
I've been on YouTube for a little over a year. I think I made like $500. Like, cool, whatever. I haven't even cashed out any of my money from YouTube. Like, it was never about that. A lot of times when people get onto YouTube, you do get onto YouTube for different reasons. It's to be famous, or it's to get views or subscribers, or try and get your message across. And I can tell you this: if you try and get your message across, you're going to reach those people out there that need it the most. Because however YouTube's analytics are, they're not the greatest analytics in the world. Your stuff might not get viewed a whole lot. And the biggest thing I can say is that don't give up hope. Cheyenne, I've checked out your channel many times. You have a great channel on mental health. Straight Talk Fedora, you have a great channel on mental health.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video. As you can see, there's still like 20 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna include his link to this video in particular in my description box. So if you want to watch the full video, because it is a long video and I talk way too much, so I don't want this video to be over an hour. So definitely check out his channel, and if you want to watch this video further. Have a great day. Keep smiling. And don't get depressed watching Amberlynn. Watch me.
Yeah?